it's your casual engineer slash producer here. Got another guest. So here today, who we have?
MamaNamedMeEvan, Young XX. Y'all may know me as those names.
Okay. X, so what is it that you do?
So I'm an entrepreneur, music producer, engineer, artist, and yeah.
Dang, you pretty much a jack of all trades when it comes to that and stuff, huh?
Yeah. Anything with making some money, you know what I'm saying, and educating our people. I'm gonna say mogul. Let's just put it like that. Mogul.
Oh, okay, mogul.
Mogul. Like,
So music is your main thing, though, right? Huh?
yeah, music is the first woman I fell in love with.
Really?
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
6. I was 6 years old when I knew what love meant.
Okay.
No diss to my parents. I mean, I know my parents loved me, but I really learned what love really meant through music.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So dang, 6 years old is young. So what did you hear a song? Heard a beat? What was it? Do you remember the song or the beat?
Yeah. I heard a song. It was "No, I'm Not Gonna Cry" by Mary J. Blige. It had to be 1996 or something like
Oh,
that. Hopefully my
dang.
timeline is right. Cause I don't know when that song came out, but I was 6 years old in '96, and I cried when the song was playing. So that's how I knew how powerful music was. Cause it's like this song is saying I'm not gonna cry, but why am I crying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And especially being a kid, you already like a lot of people don't experience that even as an adult. Like that chills and the rush you probably got just from listening to it. Like
powerful. When I knew a music can do that to your emotions, I'm like, oh, I need to tap more into this.
Yeah.
This is what it's doing.
Right.
I don't even know what the words mean or the meaning of the song, but it's just like this person is saying I'm not gonna cry, but I feel it.
Right.
I feel what she's saying.
The energy and the vibes. So once from that, was you just like dang, I gotta sing or something, or started like with beats, like what started leading it to it? Like
just dancing, singing, rapping, anything that just sparked emotion through that kind of art I started getting into. So I think it was like dancing. I would dance at I remember dancing at my mom's wedding, you know what I'm saying, being the center of attention.
Right.
And then just when the songs would come on, I would kind of like sing them or rap over them.
Right.
And then that went to, being 8 years old, Pop's giving me a karaoke machine for Christmas.
Oh, I bet you love that.
He shouldn't have did that.
For real.
I started learning how to overdub over karaoke. So putting one cassette on side A, playing that, recording on side B, learning how to overdub, take side B, put it in side A. Now I got my lead verse. So then I put another blank tape on side B, but play this.
Oh,
so
you being a mastermind with it.
And I'm ad-libbing. So I learned how to and they how you making songs on tape? It's usually one tape. But I figured out how to dub and create ad-libs and layers and stuff with a karaoke machine that had two sides.
Right. Okay.
So I was an engineer for real, age of 8, 9 years old.
You had the mind for it. So where you from?
I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, born and raised in Avondale. I've lived on the west side as well, but Avondale is really that's the neighborhood that really raised me.
Okay. See, I'm not really familiar with that side. How was the music scene coming up? Was it very musical? I know Cincinnati area was big for what? Funk, soul, or something like that? What is it?
Yeah. I mean, funk, soul, even a little bit of hip hop, but yeah, Avondale, we had a couple of different groups. You got people, okay, so for instance, Cat Williams is from North Avondale. He's from where I'm from. He's from North Avondale.
Yeah, shout out Cat.
It's probably a couple other people, but yeah, Avondale, I won't say it's known for specific. You had Avondale Bullies, you might not know that history, but you got Avondale Bullies, that's where your Showtimes and Mo Trays came from. Mo Tray was probably one of the first people that was on Freestyle Friday on 106 and Park.
Yeah.
He actually was on there. And Showtime was from Avondale. He was one of the first people to battle Game and actually defeated Game in a rap battle.
Oh, dang.
And Game actually owed him a record deal because at the time, I think Game was here for a concert. I was too young. I wasn't there at the concert, but this is history for us. And Game called out, whoever can beat me in a rap battle, I give them a deal.
Right.
In a chain.
I think I remember that.
Black Wall Street chain.
Yeah.
And Showtime came down there and battled him like in the concert and actually beat him. And that's what started the beef between Showtime and Game at the time, is because Game didn't hold his.
He didn't think anybody was gonna do it.
He was, so Showtime did a diss, and that was history. So those are like a couple of Avondale stories. But you got a couple people that was from there that made history. But yeah, Avondale for sure. But overall, Cincinnati is known, funk, hip hop, a lot of things, man.
So did you like growing up? Did you kind of like try to like be around them people to get into the music scene? What really got you into like the scene, and like what age you think?
I did. I used to try to join some of those groups. I would say when I was a teenager, like in high school, going into high school is when I really kind of started doing my own thing, and I started. Like, I had opportunities to join, like, those groups that were, like, famous, Cincinnati famous at the time, but I always had a dream of starting my own thing. So, like, when I was 14, when I was probably 17 or 18, I was offered an opportunity to, like, get, signed to, like, High Tech as a songwriter, producer, engineer. But I this big bro though, so I turned it down respectfully. We always laugh about this, to go to school in Atlanta, and the thing I told him is, no, I want my own legacy. Like, you tech already, I want to be X. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
you believed in yourself.
Yeah, so even from that age, even from 14, 15, when I would try to join the beat gangs and the Avondale bully gangs, as far as rap groups, I always was like, no, I got my own identity. So I had like a group called Star Move where I would, I would put my signature tag in anybody I recorded, and that started something that was like big that everybody wanted to be a part of. So I was always just like, man, I'm gonna start my own thing.
Right.
Timeless was the same way. So yeah, I always knew my own identity, and I didn't necessarily need to join anybody for that. I just wanted to network with people and associate myself with people that were already on that level. So
it sounded like you was really in like the engineering field. What you say, you was like recording people, throwing your tag on it. So
yeah. I mean, from a psychology standpoint, I understood the importance of branding at an early age. So I started off rapping, but before I even made beats, people who would come record with me, I would put a tag in there. It was called Star Move, and I would put a tag in their stuff just to say, hey, I engineered this. They didn't really know why I was putting a tag. This was before like tags was really like
even
hot.
Producer tags.
Yeah, this was before producer tag era. And I would put my tag in there because I knew that somebody would ask, like, why do I hear that same tag in every other song? And I was branding myself to say, hey, you need to come record. If you want this kind of quality, you want this tag in your song.
Yeah.
So I made, like, my Star Move tag was super popular. And I always, like, I don't want to say attacked. I always targeted the people who I knew everybody listened to. So at the time, it was like your Blackjacks, your Showtimes, your Crosses. These are all people who were, like, Cincinnati famous. You know what I'm saying? Who were, like, connected. And I would always be like, long as I can record somebody like them and put my tag in their stuff, everybody else is gonna want a song from me,
right,
because they heard that. So yeah, I was big into branding, and I understood, just branding yourself in general, how important it was.
Okay, so back to where you said you were 17 and 18, you was about to sign with High Tech, you said, over some writing deal?
Yeah, I had an opportunity to sign with him to work at be one of the engineers out of his studio. And because I was a triple threat, I was an artist, I was a songwriter, I was a producer, and I was an engineer. So he kind of wanted the whole, package. I wouldn't say as an artist, he wasn't trying to sign. He just knew, like, yo, you talented, and I keep hearing about you. He known me since I was 14, for real. I used to go up to him. We had the same barber. So I would always the barber would always talk about me, but I guess at that age, he probably was just kind of like, all right, whatever.
Right.
But when I was 19, and it came in fruition where he's like, I'm hearing about you, like, you actually recording people that I know.
Yeah.
You really that guy. So yeah, at that time, I just was like, I had an opportunity to do that, but I was my back was against the wall, because I'm like, I got an opportunity to go to Atlanta and go to school for audio production and kind of create my own legacy. And somebody by the name of Judy Jones, who was she used to work for, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Universal. She was responsible for bringing like Hot Boys and Cash Money
Okay.
and 8 Ball MJ, like all those. She was responsible for bringing that sound to the Midwest. She was an A&R for the record label, so she was responsible for making sure Ohio knew who Cash Money was. Ohio knew who these people were. So she was like a mentor to me, and she helped me decide like, no, you need to go to school in Atlanta. Like tech is tech.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Tell tech, you gonna have to build your own legacy.
Right.
So I was able to like, muster up the courage to be able to say, man, I appreciate.
Yeah, because I was about to ask about that, like, cause that's the hard, just to be like, I like it, it's cool, but you just couldn't do it.
That was a tough decision.
So how did he take it? You probably was overthinking it. You thinking he was probably gonna take it bad, huh?
He gave me some real game though. He was like, dawg, that's cool, respect, but it ain't nothing that a school can teach you. That you gonna have to, like, you can go to school and that's fine. You gonna spend a lot of money, but it's really about your connections and who you are. You don't gotta go to school to get that. So he kind of gave me like, he kind of foreshadowed what I started to believe in after I found out. So I didn't need to go to Atlanta for school. That wasn't why I really went to Atlanta. God put me in Atlanta to understand what I'm supposed to do here in Cincinnati and what I'm supposed to build. Like, he gave me a blueprint of, this is how the industry is ran. This is how studio is ran. This is how you make connections. This is how you learn the business. And when I show you this, I want you to apply that in your city. Because your city needs it. So it was all just, it was meant to be. Like, God set that up so perfectly. So he told me, and again, he told me in the beginning, you don't need school, and he was absolutely right.
Right.
But it wasn't really school what I was going for. That was just my excuse. I just needed to be in Atlanta.
But then, doing that, you just open up the doors for connections and seeing it. So you say, the best thing was going to Atlanta, but you really didn't need the school. But it's just crazy how, like, blessings in disguise is like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to take that leap of faith. Like, you probably had it in you thinking, like, okay, he told me this, so now I'm second guessing. But you just went with it. You just went with it.
Yeah.
You ever just notice, like, how things just fall in place at the right time, in the right moment?
Yeah. They did. I mean, it wasn't easy, but everything came together. Literally, like, even to this day, the kind of relationship me and Tech had is so much of a mutual respect. Like, bro don't look at me like I'm just trying to, like, I need him for a handout. Like, bro really support me, because he's like, you got it on your own.
Right.
Like, you didn't use me to get your name out there. So I got no choice but to, like, support what you do.
Right.
You made your name. You did what you said you was gonna do.
Yeah.
And I got no choice but to respect that and support you from this point forward. So it happened. It fell in place the way it was supposed to.
And it wasn't easy, was it? Like, was it times you was about to quit, give up? Like,
man, I be wanting to quit now and give up. What you mean?
Right.
Man,
It be
bruh,
sometimes you just gotta find time to scream type shit.
Bro,
like,
I think I was about to give up yesterday.
Yeah, right.
Every day. Yeah, I mean, don't let these people fool you about, oh man, I always knew. Nah, nigga. Sometimes I done question God. They say don't question God. Nah, I done question. I done had my I got a different kind of relationship with God. You gonna have to show me, God. You got to talk to me in ways that I can hear you, because sometimes I'm hard headed. I ain't the sharpest pen in the room. You know what I'm saying? So you got to show me that I'm on the right path. So yeah, every time. I mean, it's a journey, bro. It's a journey. The fight is really with yourself, your mind. Like, you every single day you fighting different things, and it ain't always about what you chasing. Sometimes it can just be what you going through emotionally, as a person, as a human, as a man, as a child, as a it's hard, it's tough. Like, mental health is a real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so it's easy to give in to that thought of, what, like, why do this? Like, what's the point of life? What's the point of living? Like, you know, I've had those deep thoughts just like everybody else had those deep thoughts. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I ain't crazy or I ain't had suicidal thoughts or I ain't had, you know, like I said, thoughts of being homeless. Like, fuck it, shit. I'm just, they gonna have to catch me on the street and be like, what happened to E?
Right.
You got a burger or something for me?
Right. Definitely. And then it don't like help it because like even like going through the journey, a lot of entrepreneurs go through this. It's like a lot of people start to really like doubt you or like put things in your head to really like make you like, damn, should I be doing this? Should I do what he's telling me I should do? Should I stop? You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like sometimes like your closest ones, people that you really like look up to, family, parents, grandparents, you know what I'm saying? And that just makes it a whole lot harder and stuff. Like, did you like lose any friends over the journey? Like,
what?
A lot, huh?
You lose some, you win some.
Yeah.
But you live.
right, but you live.
Yeah, you're gonna lose. I've lost friends, I've lost family. Literally, physically lost family. You know what I'm saying? I lost my brother, I lost my sister. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've literally lost my friends, you name it. Physically and just spiritually and emotionally. Like, but you know, it's one of those things. I've always been told at a young age, like, I think my brother who passed away actually was one of the first people to tell me, like, hey, you gonna lose. He lost his best friend at the age, I think he was like 12. Like, his best friend got hit by a car. Used to play football with him. And I remember him telling me, like, man, hey, I was probably like 8. And he was like, bruh, you gonna lose people in your life that's important. It's gonna hurt you. And I didn't know what he meant. I just knew he was going through something because he lost his friend. But I'm like, you know, I'm looking at my friends like we play basketball every day. I see them every day. It's guaranteed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But it's like once I lost my first friend, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, dang.
It's like that.
That's how I feel.
Can't see him again, text him, call him. Yeah, that shit.
Then you become, the worst part is you become numb.
Yeah.
So now when you lose people, it don't even affect you the same way because you used to losing them. So now when I lose friends, like it might hurt. When I lose friends like emotionally or whatever, it might hurt. But I done lost so many people physically, it'd be like I'm numb to it. Like
prepared already.
It. Yeah.
Heart already shielded up, used to
I hate that though.
Right.
Because it don't allow me to also grieve and process and go through those steps that you gotta go through to really like
at least the right way, you feel me? At least the right way. So yeah, talking about that, like, so like I ain't from around here, but I heard like Avondale really be having like crime and stuff like that. So was it like that around where you growing up? A lot of crime and
man, I went to my first field trip in school was a funeral.
Damn.
It's like 5th grade.
Damn.
My first real deal field trip. Like, we didn't have field trips in 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade. So the first field trip we had as a school, my school smack dead in the middle of the hood of Avondale. Like, and we ain't catching buses to get home. We gotta walk.
Right.
And these grown men who you gotta walk by, pass by, who, you know what I'm saying? They don't care about, man. My first funeral was in 5th grade, bro. So, yeah. That was... It almost became normal, like growing up, seeing that and knowing that. Like, all right, that's gonna happen. You know, fights was easy. It was just you know, such and such got killed.
Yeah,
you know. But you in 6th grade talking about 7th grade. Like my son is in the 4th grade. He about to go to the 5th soon. So I can't even imagine him having those kind of conversations. Like, you know, brothers got shot.
Right.
Like if my son come to me like my friend got shot. He's 10 years old.
Right.
I couldn't even fathom like having that convo with him. Like what?
Right. Seeing him so young, you don't think about it when it's you going through it. But then you get older, you got a little one. You like, damn, if you was what?
I don't even know how to have that convo with him.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Because that shit's crazy. Can you tell like a lot of that stuff? Like a lot of people lost in the streets, lost in that just. Had a lot of talent, just blown it away, huh?
I was just in my neighborhood not too long ago for an event. We was giving back, and I seen some of the same hood people that grew up with, or even if I don't know them, I know them because I'm looking at them like, you look just like how we used to look.
Right.
Just hanging out, not knowing nothing, you know what I mean? Got nothing to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it'd be sad. But It'd be like, man, honestly, like I can't even focus on them. I be focusing on the young ones.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's the
Because that's the ones that's still molding. Could be molded still. You know
not
what I'm
even just
saying?
that. I mean, they there. They in the spaces that you can touch them in a way, you know what I'm saying, that we couldn't be touched. No Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you can reach out to them and you could try to, I had a couple of like some of our OGs was like, unfortunately, was like crackheads.
Right.
We ain't had OG. I mean, we did. We had parents and we had like uncles and stuff, but I'm talking about like as a neighborhood, like people that we seeing every day. Those are like the crackheads, like who would give us game, and some of the people in the hood would just dismiss them. I would be one of them people that would listen to them, like, hey, look, you think they just talking out of the side of their neck, but they telling you something that they probably been through before they was that.
Yeah.
And they trying to give you game, and I'm sitting there listening like, damn, I don't want to end up like you, but so what you saying gotta be valid.
Right.
But those were like the gems, like those were the people that was reaching out. So I know we need people like that. Not crackheads, of course, but just people that's willing to stop by the hood and just get some game. Like, look, man, you know what I'm saying? Why y'all hanging out here? Like, go get some jobs, man. Y'all ain't got nothing. If y'all punching in the clock, hanging out for 8 hours, trying to holler at girl, this ain't the way you gonna get your girl. This ain't the way you gonna make no money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
People respect, somebody, clocking in and doing what they got to do to take care of their family. You need to be out the way. You don't even need to be here. Where your son at? Go spend some time with your son. You spending time with these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need to go spend time with your kids. Like,
yes, I see that on Timeless that you do Men's Monday. Is that some of the topics that y'all talk about? Y'all touch?
Yeah, we touch a little bit on everything, man. It's always orchestrated around God first and foremost. But yeah, we talk about everything. We talk about marriage. We talk about the power struggles. We talk about, submission. We talk about leadership. We talk about all of those different things, like being discouraged to even be a leader in these days and times because of, the negative connotation that a man has or that a woman has, and how hard it is to even lead and what that means and dominance. Like, we talk about everything, man. We cry in there. You know what I'm saying? We have our moments. Like, it's a space for us to just be able to just let go and just be like, man, like, you going through this, bro? You know what I'm saying? Right. We talk about addictions. We talk about everything, bro. Cheating to you name it.
Okay, yeah, that's something that people need. Where y'all located?
So I mean, right now, we do it every Monday at 7:00 at Timeless Recording Studio. You type in that. We in Evanston. So every Monday at 7:00, we do Men's Monday.
Yeah, definitely got to check on that because times ain't easy, and sometimes it's not good to really hold things in. And I know sometimes, like with men, we don't want to really talk to another woman about it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like harder on our egos, and sometimes we need a place as men to talk to other men because it's hard to really talk to someone that ain't feeling it. You feel me? So
and
really check that out.
Sometimes these women, not to cut you off, sometimes the women too be too dominant. Like, y'all want to be, I mean, no disrespect, but like, y'all don't even want to be women no more. Now y'all want to because y'all realizing like, oh no, never mind. I do want my feminine in it, but it's like this whole persona of being a black independent woman. We used to glorify it, and sometimes that can be a beautiful thing, but it can backfire too because it's like you shouldn't want to be an independent black woman. You should want to be an interdependent woman.
Right.
I should want to be an interdependent man. We should want to depend on each other be great.
Yeah, that's why God made every man and a woman pretty much to be together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yin and the yang to really match.
Yeah.
Like, women ain't as strong, but a man is strong. But a woman also got the feminism of caring and emotion.
Well, we all have different strengths that we can, help each other with. But we too busy just, falling into the assignment that society wants us to fall into.
Competition.
And fighting each other and going against each other. That's why it's always gonna be that whole thing of, I don't need a nigga for shit. Fuck these bitches. Cause we already, by default, like failed the assignment of just sticking together. They want us to be against each other. They want to weaken the man, all of that type of stuff. So
That's some
So
real.
we
That's
have
real
to
stuff
the kind of
too.
conversations we have to start having when we with our guys or when y'all with y'all girls. Like we need to be building each other up. When we start talking about that these niggas ain't nah, girl, they are shit. It's yo nigga ain't shit.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm
He
saying? There's
ain't
some
shit.
good men out here. There's
Real
some
talk.
good
Real
fathers
talk.
out here. There's some good mothers. There's some great mothers out here. There's some great women out here. Like, you know, we got to start having those kind of conversations.
And the only way to find that is really change your mindset and your persona. Like if you keep looking for shit, that's all you're gonna find is shit. If all you smell is shit and talk about shit, you're gonna get shit. You know what I'm saying? Once you start like, okay, there's some good men out there and really open up your mindset, not even just in relationship wise, but even in opportunity wise, business wise, education wise, you start really opening up your mindset. You starting to really feel like there's more to it and there's better things out there. So people need to really think about that. But let me get back to the music though. I heard you got the gold record with K Camp. Baby. Pleasant. Okay, so you producing that. How did you feel? Like, did he like just found that beat, or was y'all talking? Like,
Nah,
what?
we was building. Again, going back to relationships. I knew K Camp before he really became K Camp.
Okay.
So when I was living in Atlanta, I was networking and doing my thing, and he was getting a feature from an artist that was bigger than him. And I was already producing by the name of Stewie Rock.
Okay.
So when I was mixing all the Stewie Rock stuff, and he had, wanted a feature from Stewie at the time. So when I was, Stewie like, hey, mix this record. It's with me and this dude named K Camp. When I was mixing it, I already heard it. Like, dang, I like dude. Like, and my networking mind is always I need to work with it, whoever I can work with. So, hey, bro, put me in contact with him. He again at this point he ain't really got no crazy name. So I'm just like, yo, I like your voice. Like you fire, we should create. He's like, send beats. So I would send him beats. I actually got more records with Camp than that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I would send him a couple of beats and he would, do his thing. And then I think at that time, man, he took off with that it was a feature, but he took off with that that girl I love the way you do it. Yeah. It was like his first breakout record, but it was a song with him and Michael Montana. And then I would still stay in touch with him, so he would always send beats. So then Money Baby came out, send beats, and then Cut Her Off came out. But we was already connected. So then we did Blessing. He did that in his living room. And he sent it to me and I mixed it and stuff.
Oh, damn, you even engineered it too. Okay.
Yeah. And he ain't even want to put it like during this time he was hot off of Cut Her Off and Money Baby. So this the turned up K Camp.
Yeah.
But the true K Camp like to do like real good like classic music. And also he liked to do like women music. So like he wouldn't put a lot of that stuff out like that at that time. So at first like Blessing was like, so he put it last on his project and everything because he like, I don't know if they gonna
dang.
But it ended up being the one that everybody got.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the one that got him signed. He got signed to Interscope from Blessing.
Oh, okay.
That was his first single that really got that they released.
Yeah. So did y'all celebrate together over that or what?
I ain't gonna. Nah, we ain't. I mean, he came to Cincinnati like maybe once or twice after that, and he performed it. He shouted me out on BT when he performed it.
Okay.
I wish the kids could just get to witness 106 in Park.
Man,
they can't even witness that. I've been on 106 in Park twice.
Oh, for real?
My production with Lantana, he premiered his single on 106 and performed it. And then K Camp performed.
Who's the host? Not AJ and Free. You ain't.
It was Bow Wow.
Oh, it was Bow Wow.
It was Bow Wow. Yeah. But
Bow Wow, Mr. 106 in Park himself.
Yeah. But I was able to at least make history with that. But
right.
But yeah, man. So now we ain't celebrate or nothing. It was just a matter of just mutual respect. But he's the dope artist, K Camp. I seen it before he even really. I actually used to try to get people to invest in the K Camp.
Oh, for real?
Like some of the big dogs out here.
Yeah.
Like who had money, who had like little record labels. I used to be like, man, you need to invest into this dude.
Right,
His name K Camp.
Yeah.
I was living in Atlanta, so I knew what was going on before Cincinnati knew what was going on. So I used to try to like get him linked up.
Try to get them all, hip and stuff.
Put some money behind him. He gonna do something.
Right.
And when somebody didn't, to this day, I'll be looking at him like
yeah.
Then I tell you,
threw it to you, threw you the
I threw you the oop and you didn't take it. He was like, bruh, I know.
Right. So was that one of your first big major artists that you worked with?
Lantana was. I always say Lantana.
Yeah.
Lantana was the first and most meaningful artist.
Because he from Cincinnati too, right?
Yeah, I've worked with Rick Ross. I've worked with Gotti. I've worked with Pusha. I've worked with a lot of people, Thug to whoever. But like Lantana to me is always gonna be the biggest artist in my heart that I've worked with because we were both two people that came from a city that it was never known for making any kind of noise. You know what I'm saying? And to do what we did as two young black, men from the hood that didn't know what they were doing, but they knew they had passion in making music, and to put our city on the map in the way that we did, and to bring that kind of attention and that history, that's the most meaningful placement I could ever have. Cause it ain't like I linked on somebody who was already there. It's easy to be able to say, hey, I'm from freaking Nebraska and I produced Drake's new single.
Right.
It's harder to be like, I'm Evan from Cincinnati and I produced Lantana from Cincinnati, who nobody knows single, who's on 106 in Park.
Right.
Who does that?
Yeah, that song, what song was it?
That was the All Hustle No Love.
Yep. That song was big.
All Hustle No
Swept
Love.
it all away and
he
stuff.
Got signed and everything from that, man. So
Okay,
that's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
that's a hood class. That's just a city classic. He had it's certain records you can just have a hood on, and there's certain records you can just have women on. But it's like it's hard to find those records that from parents to grandparents to kids to teens,
everybody,
to adults, to white people to black people to.
And social media was big at the time, but not like how it is.
Yeah.
It was in this mist.
That was a universal record for the city, man.
So yeah, we about to finish up here. You got any advice for any entrepreneurs, anybody coming up, anybody that just want to just do something, you feel me, or just feel like they can't do it or need help, or like, you got any advice for that?
Yeah, I don't know what your religion is, but you gotta keep God first. You have to talk to God, man.
Yep.
Like, I don't care if you don't even believe in God, bro. You better act like it's somebody there and talk to him. Cause it's a higher power, man. Like, and it's real. Like, God is real. So before I could even give you any kind of advice, my advice is, tap in with God. You know what I'm saying? However you can do that. And the rest from there, you will figure it out. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Don't stop. I ain't stopping. I ain't make it. I'm still going. You know what I mean? But tap in with God, man, because nothing is possible without him. Period. No, you know what I mean? Nothing is possible without him. Period.
Yep. There you go. You hear who we with again?
MamaNamedMeEvan.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah. And you already know who it is, your casual engineer / producer. So we out. You dig. Peace.